Hello, my name is James, and I'm talking to you as a Kenyan who is working in the diaspora. We are not ignorant about what is happening in Kenya. What I do, and what most people do, is that we work here in the foreign countries and we invest back in Kenya. Some of us really work very hard. We know how much school fees cost, because when the government has not been able to assist or sustain so many high school students or even college students, we take part of that. We do our philanthropic work by working very hard and trying to share our little resources with those who need it. Some of us are not even family members. A case example, myself, I'm the last born of my family. So whatever we try to do is to help other people. Now we must talk. And this will be a serious talk. People who claim to be leaders. And I want to talk straight to you, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, and your group. Whatever you have spoken, we have heard it in social media. We do not blame you at all, because that is how most politicians in Kenya behave. But I think you have crossed the line. You cannot stand up and attack a former president. You know whether he's right or wrong. We don't care. One thing we know is that that is adding fuel to the problem. I do remember back in 2007, I saw you in Kikuyu town, you and the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, and you are pleading that he may help the Kikuyus who are being massacred in the Rift Valley. Of course, we don't blame anybody for that. Whatever happened, and the bygones is the bygones. But you must not take us back to the sufferings that we witnessed. We are more civilized than that. I know everybody is talking about President Uhuru Kenyatta sponsoring maandamanos and what have you. Have you heard him say about it? Well, we are telling you, because we are from Kikuyu, that you must stop, you must apologize. That is not acceptable. Honorable Raila Odinga, whatever he's doing, be it demonstrations or whatever it is actually in the Constitution. But actually people taking people's properties. I never owned a piece of land in Kenya. My mother never owned a piece of land in Kenya until I made it to a civilized country where I was able to assist my family to acquire the first piece of land since 1963. And my mother happens to be now over 80 years old. So I know the pain of being landless. But it is not good. It's primitive for any leader at your caliber, especially a Kikuyu like you, standing up and actually telling people that they may invade other people's properties. That one was below the belt, and shame on you. I don't know whether you are being arrested or not, but people who speak like that should be arrested regardless where they are. The problems we have in Kenya is not caused by President Ruto. It is not caused by Raila Odinga. It is not caused by Uhuru Kenyatta. It is caused by the sick politicians that we have seen since 1963. And I always thought they should be checked in a mental hospital. Alice Wahome and Honorable Jane Kihara, we saw you at the Moses Kuria homecoming. The idea that a woman wearing a woman's guild in your head, trying to cause chaos and fanning problems and hatred, that is a shame. You are doing that wearing a woman's guild headscarf. Shame on you. We have to speak because we care about Kenya. The pictures we are seeing, any diasporian, anybody in the foreign land, either of the Kenyan borders, will think twice before they invest in such an economy. So whatever you guys are doing is stupid, it's ignorant, and you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I feel bad for your children. I feel bad for your husbands. I feel bad for your wives. Because all of you need to grow up and stand up as people or as human beings, because the behaviors that you guys are exhibiting, they are not for real normal human beings. What can we do? Yes, President Ruto is in Germany trying to talk to investors. What kind of an investor in their own right mind will try to invest in a country whereby a former president's property is being invaded too? We're not going to be quiet about these things. Thank you so much. And I hope that every Kenyan understands that peace is important. Somebody has to die for freedom to survive. Kimathi and the rest died so that we can gain freedom. Is this what they died for? Thank you. May God bless Kenya. And again, I commit Kimani Ichung'wah and the group, because I don't want to talk about the maandamano people. We want to talk to you because you are the leader of majority in the Kenyan parliament. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You need to be arrested. And here, nobody is interested in anything other than peace. Thank you. You know you did wrong. You know you regret saying those words. It's not important to talk like that, Kimani. Tiga maundu ta macio. Please. You are such a young man. Shame on you.